Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Jarmaine Jackson, an American artist, vocalist, musician, and chief brags a total assets of almost $2 million. He is most popular as a previous individual from the incredible Jackson 5, close by his more youthful kin Michael and Janet Jackson, while his profession has been stamped by huge melodic accomplishment. Jarmaine's monetary circumstance has too seen remarkable variances over the years. In 2010, Jordan stood out as truly newsworthy when he documented papers in a Los Angeles court announcing his monetary trouble. He asserted he couldn't manage the cost of youngster support, uncovering that his month-to-month expenses added up to $3,000, while his pay was just $1,000 per month. This documenting painted a distinct image of his monetary battles, standing out pointedly from his prior accomplishments as a feature of quite possibly one of the most popular melodic families on the planet. The circumstance seemed to work on by 2018, but in the midst of another separation continuing. Jarmaine's ex Hel Lima attested that his month-to-month pay changed generally, going from $50,000 to $500,000 based upon show appointments. Furthermore, other undertakings given this significant vacillation, Helma looked for $35,000 every month in spousal help, contending that his profit was essentially higher than whatever he had recently guaranteed. These differentiating monetary cases feature the instability that can go with a vocation in media outlets. Jarmaine's pay, intensely subject to the eccentric nature of show timetables and agreements, highlights the monetary shakiness that even notable big names can confront. The aberrations between his revealed profit over the course of the years additionally mirror the more extensive financial real factors and challenges inside the music business. Jarmaine Jackson's was brought into the world on December 11, 1954, under St. Mary's Control Emergency Clinic in Gary, Indiana. Jarmaine was the fourth offspring of Joseph and Catherine Jackson, brought up in a clamoring family with kin Rebi Jackie, Tito LaToya Marlon Brandon, who unfortunately passed soon after birth in 1957. Michael, Randy, and Janet Jarmaine grew up encircled by music. Their dad, Joe Jackson, tried sincerely as a crane administrator, while their mom, Catherine, adjusted homemaking with her gifts as a piano player. Also, vocalist music was imbued in the family's texture, with Joe's melodic aspirations and Catherine's commitment to her confidence as a Jehovah's Witness impacting their upbringing from an early age. Jarmaine, alongside his siblings Tito and Jackie, sharpened their melodic abilities in secret, rehearsing with their father's guitar and orchestrating with their mom. Jarmaine at first took the lead in the Jackson siblings, a forerunner to the renowned Jackson 5, where he too displayed his bass-playing skills. Anyway, it was more youthful sibling Michael who in the end took over as lead singer, denoting the beginning of their ascent to distinction. Notwithstanding his experience as an individual from the famous Jackson 5, Jarmaine Jackson has wandered into the domain of solo creativity, giving the world an assortment of spellbinding studio collections that really feature his melodic capacities on both the bass and electric guitar, while his performance profession frequently draws correlations with that of his amazing sibling, Michael Jackson. Jarmaine's gifts sparkled brilliantly during the 1970s as he shared a few diagram-besting hits with his kin. The year 1970 denoted a huge achievement for the Jackson family as they moved to Los Angeles. Pushed by the soaring outcome of the Jackson 5, this period saw the rise of extraordinary tunes. For example, I Need You Back, a BC The Affection You Save, also, I'll Be There. Jarmaine Jackson stayed a basic piece of the Jackson 5 for an estimable range of 6 years anyway, when the band chose to leave on another section by progressing from Moan Records to Epic Records. Jarmaine made a pivotal choice to remain faithful to his roots at Motown and set out on a performance venture. This urgent decision prompted his sibling Randy to have his spot inside the band's setup, similar to his sibling Michael. Jarmaine set out on his performance profession, while still an individual from the Jackson 5 out of 1972. He accomplished impressive accomplishments with his interpretation of Shep and the Spotlight's immortal Exemplary. Daddy's Home. This dazzling cover reverberated with crowds around the world, selling north of 1 million duplicates by spring 1973 and procuring Jane a merited gold circle for his obligation to his performance. Pursuits stayed unflinching, even as the Jackson 5 bid goodbye to Down in 1975. Jarmaine decided to head out in different directions from the bunch and proceeded with his melodic excursion under the direction of the famous name until 1983, it was. During this period that his siblings enraptured watchers with their extraordinary exhibition on the TV Extraordinary Motown 25 in, and delivered their collection Triumph the following year. Strikingly, Jarmaine and Michael likewise loaned their exception. Onal gifts as visitor singers on Rockwell's 1984 hit single Someone's Watching Me, further showing their adaptability ability to team up with individual craftsmen. In 1985, Jarmaine Jackson made striking progress with his two-part harmony Close By. Pedora, named When the Downpour Begins to Fall, this enamoring coordinated effort took off to the highest point of a few singles outlines across Europe, setting Jarmaine's ubiquity on a global scale is expanding on this win. Jarmaine's last significant outline achievement came in 1989 with the arrival of Try Not to Take It Individual, which asserted the desired #1 spot on the R&B singles outline. These accomplishments exhibited Jarmaine's vocal ability and reverberated with fans overall. Jarmaine Jackson's melodic excursion is also included. Wanders into collection creation, featuring his flexibility as a craftsman. One of his remarkable coordinated efforts was with the amazing Whitney Houston, coming about in an exceptional two-part harmony as an independent craftsman. Jarmaine flourished with his How About We Get Serious, which arrived at the apex of the USR&B diagram, and Do What You Do, the two of which charmed crowds with their in-ear songs. Moreover, his two-part harmony with Pedora on When the Downpour Starts to Fall made striking progress, beating out all competitors in 5 nations. Eminently, his 1989 single, Don't Take It Individual, further hardened his presence on the USR&B graph, getting the #1 situation notwithstanding these noteworthy achievements. This checked the finish of Jarmaine's dash of graph-besting hits following a productive 7-year solo excursion. Jarmaine Jackson rejoined with his family band, then known as the Jacksons. Together, each of the 6 siblings united to make the collection Triumph and left on a going-with visit, enamoring crowds around the world. Jarmaine stayed an indispensable part of the gathering until the arrival of their last collection in 1989, named 2300 Jackson Road, which denoted the conclusion of a significant time period for the Jacksons. Jarmaine Jackson's impact reached out past the music industry, as he effectively took part in different TV appearances and crusades. In 2007, he took part in a one-off exceptional VVS, the Anika Challenge in the UK. During a similar visit, he showed up close by English Prime Minister Gordon Brown in Glasgow, loaning his help to look through Light magazine's Against Prejudice crusade, as well as the day-to-day reflex of wanting to think, not can't stand transport drive in an amazing turn. Jarmaine Jackson entered the VIP Huge Sibling 5 house in 2007, turning into the first housemate to do so. His experience on the unscripted TV drama procured him a subsequent spot finish, and after leaving the elder sibling, he took part in a few meetings on UK TV to share his explanations behind partaking in his obligation to harmony. Furthermore, he talked about the chance of a Jackson 5 get-together execution producing fervor among fans. Jarmaine likewise showed up in the second time of the CMT unscripted TV drama Gone Country, further displaying his adaptability and readiness to investigate new roads inside the diversion industry. In November 2007, Jarmaine Jackson showed up on the show Caddy and Peter, released, where he once again talked about the chance of rejoining with his siblings for a visit the next year. This started fervor among fans who enthusiastically anticipated the possible get-together of the notorious Jackson family. Year 2008 saw Jarmaine making a trip to Australia for our extraordinary job as a visitor judge and coach for the Best 5 Challengers on Australian Symbol. His presence on the show brought his abundance of involvement and melodic ability, the yearning for craftsmen. Moreover, in 2008, Jarmaine was respected as the praiseworthy visitor at the Muslim Essayist Grants in Birmingham, further featuring his acknowledgement and commitment to human expression. Misfortune struck the Jackson family in 2009 with the inconvenient passing of Jarmaine's sibling Michael Jackson. In the result of this overwhelming misfortune, Jarmaine showed up on the A&E TV series The Jacksons, a Family Tradition, which intended to report what was accepted to be a 40th commemoration get-together among Jarmaine and his siblings, the series where Jarmaine and his three siblings filled in as leader-makers, given a brief look into their lives and investigated their excursion directly following Michael's passing, albeit the series just endured one season. It offered fans a more profound comprehension of the Jackson relational peculiarities and their flexibility during testing times in October 2010. Thanks for watching this video.